The cheese stands alone as Europe's last hope. And all they've got to do is find a way to get by a very stingy defense. The challenge, of course, for Spacestation Gaming, shut down the tournament's leading scorer in Rise.
The time has come. G2 are awaiting their competitor. Game number 1 to start things off. They're gonna go up against Daniel, who's been making highlight play after highlight play. But my big question, the player I want to see pop off, who was able to close things out earlier in the tournament, is Arsenal. What are we gonna see from this man?
He's gonna get Electric Turtle. He's already in the air, and he's got the crowd behind him here at the YouTube Theater. Anytime they're on the ball, they get just a little bit excited. We're gonna need Spacestation to take all that energy if they wanna have a chance here, because Queso have been unstoppable so far.
Once again, Team Queso marches into hostile territory, playing back-to-back, completely unfazed. All rise, the Honorable Judge Ferguson presiding.
Oh my word, and the dunk from Joyo to set this one up had everybody on Spacestation Gaming red. And they just got this type of energy around them, Daz, that it's invigorating to watch.
These quick strikes, so tough for teams to defend against. And Queso's offense has been making a statement this tournament. Someone's gonna have to find an answer for them, but they're just gonna keep going.
The 39th goal of the Winter Major. For the world's leading scorer. Out of the corner, Joyo got through, and Reddle's shot. Reddle's with the block. Rise will score, and Rise is picking up. Queso is picking up right where they left off against FaZe.
These testing shots, you see the touch from Joyo. He's not putting a lot of power behind it, but he's bringing out the defense from Spacestation, forcing them to make awkward touches, and that's putting them in positions that are allowing easy Queso goals.
Absolutely, and what I'm impressed, especially about that play, is the positioning from all 3 members of Team Queso. They're spread out across the goal, waiting to see where the save is going to get hit out, and then instantly put a shot back on net.
Well, they're just on another level right now. Spacestation having a real tough time keeping pace with Team Queso, again playing back-to-back, and you have to imagine that's got to carry a little bit of momentum with it as Rise will clear this away. Vatira is up as that's dumped even deeper into the zone and stopped right in front of the net. Now Joyo demolished, trying to slow play, and Reddles clears. Finally, SSG might be able to get something going on the blue half of the field.
2 teams full of players that are super confident, but you see that one close to the goal line. Reddle's got a demo on Vatira, and Daniel on top of the ball now, looking for a way in for Spacestation. Their offense has been pretty quiet this game, but Reddles tries to get a flip reset. Is there a follow-up? He was looking for the bump, and Daniel's waiting in midfield.
It's been the best form of possession so far for Spacestation Gaming in game number 1. Looking for a couple of shots. There's been an answer out of Team Queso every time somebody on the backboard finding a touch. Here's Vatira being patient. Look at this man go. It's even on the goal line, and he's still watching it fall in.
When we talk about this Team Queso performance offensively, we might be talking in historical figures as this has popped up. Rise will sweep it across, and Team Queso maintains the shutout. They've got a goal differential, guys, of plus 39 at this point. North America as a whole is only just coming in, and Daniel can't cut into it as the defense comes through. It's Rise doing it all.
I'm already in love with this series in game number 1. It's just flip reset after flip reset on both sides. Mechanics coming out and putting on display. Here's the 3rd one for Vatira.
And Spacestation here, sitting the house, but look, they're even running into each other. Meanwhile, counterattack from Queso, so deadly, they catch Daniel in an awkward spot.
Joyo now with a playmaker in less than 3 minutes, and a 3-0 Queso lead as the hottest offense in this tournament continues to pop off.
What's it going to take to stop them? So much energy, momentum. I mean, think back to Cloud9, that lower bracket run. In this game alone, in this tournament, the format, it's going to be so hard to take down a team like Team Queso, but Spacestation Gaming, they have all the elements that they need to take them down and to knock them out of the tournament. They need to utilize them all at the same time.
That's right. We've seen them come close to scoring on the goal line in game 1, but it just seems like that last second shot, that finish, hasn't been there for Spacestation Gaming. There's still time for them to find it, but as the clock ticks down, you're going to see Queso start to be more aggressive.
For all the talk about how special a team like BDS has been over time, in this winter split, Team Queso has just been on a completely different level. Winners of 2 out of the 3 European regionals and the runner-up in the one that they did not win. As Rise will send one out to midfield. Joyo couldn't get to it, but Vatira has all day to play with this one, and a lot of boost to the tank. Got bumped off the play. Still defense required out of Daniel, and he's got Joyo waiting for him at midfield.
And in left, SSG still trying to get out, but look at this Queso turn it around instantly to bring it back in. Vatira's gonna wait there on the side wall. Arsenal won't be able to make contact, so Joyo instantly comes up, gets past 2. Is that gonna go in? It is! 4 goals for Queso.
And Joyo adds to his tally, getting his first goal of this game, and it could be the first of many in this series out of Joyo. Team Queso just continues to run it up, and they have relatively silenced this NA crowd.
Yeah, and it's been clean 50s from Team Queso in the midfield. You'll see Rise going for a slower dribble approach. Now we look to game 2 to see what Spacestation Gaming can throw at Queso. Haven't seen too much. A couple of flip resets here and there. Mechanics slightly rusty, I'd say, but in game 2, Spacestation Gaming are gonna have to come out on fire as Team Queso 4-0 in game 1.
You talk about just taking the wind out of a team's sails. You come out and drop 4,
right,
and don't let SSG get much at all. I mean, Daniel's had a couple real good looks at the Team Queso net, and still TQ has kept him at bay. Joyo will control here as the final 10 seconds will tick away, and this game, rather mercifully for SSG, will come to a close. Daniel gets one with 3 seconds left. It's a good redirect, maybe some momentum going ahead just to see the ball go in the net.
Yeah.
But still, it does little to erase what happened here.
Yes, it will end up losing this, but still it's such a big goal for Spacestation because they get on the board. And that's going to be the biggest thing here. If they just go down losing 4-0, not being able to score, especially coming after a loss, it'd be really tough for them to get back into the series knowing the team's mentality. But Queso still on a roll as they take game 1.
Yeah, and for Spacestation Gaming, I completely agree. The morale, that last goal for them to put it in, very important. And heading into game number 2, sometimes as a player stacks, those goals, these games can just slip out of your favor. And we did see a couple of chances out of Spacestation, in particular Daniel moving forward, flip resets. Reddles awfully quiet, I'd say, as they still need to incorporate something different on offense. And we'll see what they have, man.
Yeah, we'll see, because at this point, look at this. We got the crowd here behind us.
It's crazy.
We're going to need that. Spacestation Gaming is going to need all that energy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They got to get hyper. They got to get
a YouTube
excited.
theater.
Because the way things have been working for the SSG when they have been on top, these guys have been loud, they've been electric, but Queso's been coming in, they've been making a statement, they've been trying to quiet them down. They even welcome the chance against them.
Yeah, they're going to need, especially this front row, has probably been the loudest supporters of SSG. I mean, we had Reddle's dad a moment ago. He was moving up and down the stairs trying to get the crowd rallied before this match. Look, it is a partisan crowd. They had to kind of sit on their hands during that first game. This guy right here behind Turtle has to be loud as well. Everybody's got to get loud to help out SSG and kind of turn the momentum of this series. Try and rip it away from Team Queso.
Game 2 starting up on Forbidden Temple. A lower bracket final where this Team Queso roster, the last representative of Europe, are trying to continue their push, taking down Titan after Titan in NA.
Yep. And Queso, they have embraced that villain role here in North America. They're not stopping. We'll see if they can get on a solid start like we saw in game 1. Might be difficult. Spacestation Gaming looks to clear this one out off the backboard. Reddles going for a slow touch. Maybe that might be a new strategy implemented, keeping this ball low, grounded. We've heard him talk about it in the interviews. He wanted to keep that ball closer to his own players, maybe some 50-50s here and there. Could lead to something.
You talk about Queso embracing that villain role. It was Vatira that came out and tried to get the crowd going. It's like, yeah, give us the booze. We know exactly what we're going to get out of this crowd. As this
They're on a
pops
mission.
up,
They're on a mission.
and Daniel will take this from the backboard, and the incredible poise of this Queso squad. Remember the last time the RLCS was in North America, none of them could play, and Vatira, villain, public enemy #1, barking at SSG.
Look at him get low.
A double flip reset. Okay, that's just too much.
He's ready to go.
That is too much. The mechanics don't stop flowing for Team Queso.
There is no shortage of confidence out of the last remaining team from Europe, trying to spoil the NA party. as Rise will sky one up. He can get to this. Double commit though with Vatira. That's going to open the window for Daniel and Space Station Gaming. Not for very long though, as that's just a booming clear downfield. The shot's there, saved by Rise. Follow up by Daniel is skied up. And the shot from Arsenal easily saved by Joyo.
And at this point, it feels as though Space Station Gaming have to match the mechanics of Team Queso. The 1v1 plays, a double flip reset we just saw come out of Team Queso. What do Space Station have now on offense? Where is the firepower? Who will step up from this three-man squad?
It's Vatira now, as he tries to dribble through Reddles. Reddles will at least slowed him down. Here comes Daniel. The guy's got to get SSG going. Demo in front, and Reddles scores, and finally the crowd roars.
The crowd roars, and so does Space Station on this play. Daniel, see you later, Rise. Reddles comes through at the perfect moment to equalize, and now SSG back in the game.
They barked at SSG. Arsenal and SSG have barked back. Here's Rise. Joyo to his right. Daniel there to meet him. And once this Space Station squad gets going, they could be tough to stop. Joyo in reverse. Flip reset. Make it two. He did, but he couldn't do anything else with it.
So much boost given to Team Queso. It seems as though every time we get on perspective of one of their players, they've got a full boost tank and so much to work with. Going up for a solo play, air dribbles, flip resets. Here's Joyo, maybe a dunk using the top of his car, and he's still going forward.
I mean, this is incredible. Out of the corner, Vatira, he can get this. Prepare for trouble again. Rise blocked away. Out of the corner, Joyo will have this, looking for anybody to center to, and just taking way too long for that play to develop.
Ball in the corner, and Reddles trying to get this out. You see Team Queso, they're more than happy with keeping this ball in. Look at the boost now for SSG. Daniel out of boost. Arsenal's using up most of it. Yeah. And now you're starting to see Queso staying on their own end, taking those corner passes. They're looking to strike just by starving out Space Station.
Queso, it looks like they're setting up shop in the corner of Space Station Gaming, trying to take all the boost. That one almost going in. You can hear the crowd getting excited, just seeing one clear from Space Station Gaming's half.
Uh-oh.
He's out of boost.
Joyo ran out of gas, as Daz mentioned, and this is cleared right back. Rise,
big
let that go by. Arsenal for the lead, denied by Vatira.
Such a close chance, but now Reddles off the ceiling, has the flip, there's the bump! Reddles scores! Space Station in the lead!
A patient play, perfectly executed. You've got the bumps, you've got the ceiling shot, and you've got yourself a second goal for Space Station Gaming.
Slater had a real slow start to this Winter Major, but he's come alive in the playoffs. Once we move to the YouTube theater, something has been awakened. Rise, trying to answer back for Team Queso. Shut down by Arsenal. Joyo rolls one in front, and he got a piece of that clearance effort, but the ball still ends up on the blue half.
Now you got to start looking at the time. Can Space Station Gaming hold on to this lead with 1 minute 10 seconds left? Queso are going to give them everything they got. They want to shut down the momentum that's been growing, but they haven't been able to really handle the bump plays that have been coming out from Space Station Gaming.
Space Station trying to slow down Queso with physical play as well. You can see Rise having to keep his head on a swivel. Vatira got a dunk there, but that goes off to the side, not down towards the net like you would have hoped. What a demo by Reynolds as Rise was waiting. Now Vatira has Joyo across the way, and he can't tie it. Arsenal stands strong.
The guardian angel for Space Station Gaming, but it's not over yet. Team Queso hungry for the second goal. We have to applaud the defense from Space Station Gaming. 30 seconds left, they just gotta hold on.
25 to go. Vatira blocked, but it goes right to Rise, and that's a good secondary block by SSG. Reynolds looking to put it away, but he put the shot high. No follow-up on the weak side. Daniel coming in a little too late. Now down to 9 seconds. Rise downfield, but there's nobody else there.
Is that a boost?
Alone on an island with no boost. 2 seconds.
To the ground.
And this is down to the ground, and we've got a series on our hands.
Here we go! And just like that, everybody's getting loud. SSG bring it back, but this is such a big game for them. You saw the offense from Queso scoring 4 goals. That's the most SSG has let in this entire major. But guess what? They turn it around. They figure things out. Even after the start where you see that flip from, who's that, Vatira?
Yeah, double flip reset.
Didn't stop them at all. Space Station, once they got going scoring-wise, they found the demo plays out, and it worked out brilliantly.
And to win a game like this in the same style with that defensive performance, the mental fortitude to stay alive, stay hungry, and stay resilient on defense. They were stuck in their own half the entire first half. And I thought it was over after we saw a double flip reset. We saw so many solo dribbles. I'm thinking there's no way Space Station Gaming have the defense to hold up against them, but they proved me wrong completely. And they're ready, like you said, Stacks, to put this one up and make it a series that's going to go the distance.
Who isn't here for Laniel at this point? I think it might be just 4 people, and they're all standing behind the Team Queso logo on the left side of the stage. This has been just an incredible atmosphere. Once SSG came alive, you know they just needed to get one, maybe to get the ball rolling, and now the challenge falls to Team Queso. They're not just fighting against SSG, they're fighting against the entire YouTube theater, as you can see, as we head to the iconic backdrop of DFH Stadium to break a 1-all tie.
All tied up. And we'll see if Queso can shut down a roaring Space Station. What a response in game 2.
And really, if Queso are going to shut them down, they've got to dodge the demos. They need to be paying attention to that. Knowing who's going to push forward, Space Station Gaming, you're taking their boost, but they'll still look for demos on you. Be cautious of it, Des, because they won't stop.
Oh, good flip reset to get under for Arsenal. Vatira trying to take his time with that play. He ended up looking at the back end. I think Reynolds is going for some demos. But now Space Station have control in the upper half. It feels like they start to know what to do. They're controlling the pace of play right now, Stacks.
Oh, Ryan's got the shot off, and Reynolds will have to clear this away. All of Team Queso bearing down on them, and a huge clear back to the blue half of the field. Vatira can't go for that corner boost, didn't need to, and he got the pass away just briefly before the demolition. Here's Joyo for the lead, and Reynolds makes the initial save. Vatira waiting though for Arsenal.
It's a familiar game, very reminiscent of the previous one. Space Station Gaming stuck on defense, forced to get some 50-50s, even a couple of pre-jumps, and they slowly start building out of that defense, getting some clears forward, maybe even a couple of demos. That's what kicked things off. Do we see that repeat in game number 3?
There's a demo. SSG are controlling the boost. They're controlling the ball.
Daniel's up.
But now can they finish here in a good opportunity? But the ball's being played out in midfield. Queso starting to move downfield. There's no one home! And the first goal will go to Queso. They took down the SSG defense.
They're pushing everybody forward. There was literally no boost in the tank for all of Team Queso. Rise, the only person, and he's all the way forward. Vatira, he knows that positioning is so spot on, and he's got a free net.
All eyes on Rise coming into this series, and yes, he's made his presence felt with a couple of goals, but it's Vatira that leads all scorers now with his 3rd just there. And Team Queso in front yet again, as Rise can't get past Reynolds.
What we're seeing here, it looks like they're taking a picture out of the play style here for SSG. Queso's been going really offensive. They're trying to match Space Station with these bumps. It worked out for that first goal, but there's still plenty of game left to play.
Arsenal under a lot of pressure there, but he makes the save. But this goes right to Joyo. He got boost and ball, a true rarity, and he almost made the most of it. Daniel makes the initial stop. Rise can't get by. Here goes Daniel. We haven't seen a lot out of the young phenom compared to what we've seen so far here at the YouTube Theater. But you just know he's like a viper, coiled, waiting to strike.
We've seen a dribbling approach from Space Station Gaming here. It's popped up into the air though for Daniel, and he can't get in front of it. That aerial game plan, it's not going to work out for Space Station Gaming with how fast Team Queso have been. And the boost that they're acquiring, it's going to be difficult to match them. This ball has rolled in front of the net a couple of times. Space Station Gaming cracking the defense, cracking the armor. Things could slip up for Team Queso.
Ball straight down, push it in midfield. It'll be to Reynolds. They'll be able to pop that up. You see Arsenal going for it. Arsenal doesn't have the read. Still trying to throw off this Queso defense. Rise, though, gets a demo on Daniel. We'll see Daniel in a second. And Arsenal still pushing forward. SSG's been controlling the ball, but they haven't necessarily been able to get it in front of the goal line. We haven't seen too many shots from them.
100 seconds separate us from a 2-1 series in favor of Team Queso. Spacestation Gaming needs to answer, but they got to get out of their own zone. Vatira all day to line one up, and Reynolds just got a piece of his double tap effort.
An immaculate read. Spacestation Gaming have been consistent with getting in the path of the striker and the net. Finding that 50-50. Still trailing by 1 goal. Spacestation Gaming, we haven't seen the demos, and that's mainly because Team Queso, that third man back, he's getting taken out. Daniel maybe on the solo play, can't connect, but Spacestation Gaming, it looks clean.
That physical play
He's got full
again.
boost.
Oh, hello.
Daniel
just denied by Joyo. I mean, we've seen time and again, Spacestation, they have the right idea. The execution, not good enough.
Every time you think something's going to happen with Spacestation where things line up, someone from Queso is always there to make a challenge. It's got to be frustrating for SSG, even Reynolds. You see he can't get up to the ball in time because he's getting bumped out from Rise. Now this drive has options for Arsenal. Tries to go for the 50, doesn't work out.
30 seconds left in game 3. Daniel
Matira
and couldn't get the ball away. But Arsenal follows his first tally, ties it with 24.
Daniel in a 1v1 tries to go for the air dribble bump on Vatira. The save was just barely not enough because Arsenal was crashing through. Tied up game, 24 seconds left. It's anybody's ball.
They're using every tactic, every single tool on offense to break through Team Queso. It has worked. 20 seconds left, all tied up. Spacestation Gaming, they've got the crowd, and now they found the equalizer.
And now we're closing in on our first overtime of the series, but Joyo's got other plans.
Oh, it's a perfect bounce.
Oh, Rise again!
The best bounce possible, Joyo. The double tap, if he doesn't follow that one up, it's getting stuffed by a Spacestation Gaming player. 3 seconds left, they bounce back within seconds.
3 seconds to answer for SSG after a heartbreaking finish. Off the backboard, got to keep this in the air despite a double commit, so it's all on Arsenal. Now he's got help coming in Reynolds. He'll control, got the shot away, but nothing to do there. Now Daniel, another double. This is just gonna fall, and Team Queso takes the lead in the series with late heroics out of the man who's done it all week long. Rise strikes again.
I'm just impressed that Arsenal was able to keep it up like that with the read to get under the ball. It was an obvious clear, but for him to be there, it looked like he teleported. And as we take a look at the Mobile One high performance replay, it was a big open net. Team Queso getting aggressive, Daz. A big thing that we noted was how they responded to the demos, and that's with demos of them of their own, excuse me.
Yeah, and for me, it's just like Queso, man. They're getting everything going. SSG, they're showing signs of life, but even when we saw like chances for solo plays, oh, watch out, be careful.
Too many signs, man.
There's a lot of signs. That being said, man, SSG are so close to really finding the answer against Team Queso, but every time you think that's the case, Queso have been adapting. They've been changing up the play style. They've started going for demos. Then you start seeing some of the solo plays happen, and then they catch SSG out on some of the awkward drives that they try to make. It's been tough for Spacestation. Queso have been on a roll. They keep going.
In the story of this series, keep in mind how important that goal was from Rise with just 3 seconds left. Spacestation has not dropped in overtime so far. They're 3-0. Queso have struggled. They've only won 2 out of the 7 that they've played. That game goes to overtime. This whole series may have been completely different.
Yeah, and I think a big strategy for Spacestation Gaming coming into game number 4 as we get underway here is going to be stopping those shots earlier on. Spacestation Gaming are waiting on the backboard, and rightfully so. It's hard to predict where Queso are trying to go with the level of mechanics, but if you can get in front of them a little bit earlier and start things off.
Like that?
That's exactly what we wanted.
Of course, it's Daniel. Takes his time, lines up the shot, and look at that. Perfect placement there to get it past Queso. SSG set the tone.
That'll get him going. It's his first meaningful goal of this series. Remember, he had that first strike very late in game 1. And now, SSG, momentum in game 4. Back and forth, these two juggernauts go. The demo does not lead to another goal as Daniel falls into the Queso net. and Rise eats a demo for his efforts.
But look at Joyo. He's taking some demos of his own and getting physical, finding somebody rotating back from Spacestation Gaming, allowing Rise now to come in and win a 50-50. Then the first minute, it's been high-flying action left and right, Daz. Now, what do we need to see out of Team Queso? What else do they have to adapt to? Seems like they can do every single play style.
Start to see Spacestation Gaming turn things up. Arsenal getting in front. We've seen some demos come out, and we've seen Daniel come alive.
Arsenal.
As this one, pressure, demo comes out on Joyo, and the ball goes in! Reynolds finishes, look at that Spacestation team come alive!
When does the demoing stop for Spacestation Gaming? Arsenal, he was the one starting the solo play. He lands and instantly takes out the goalkeeper, 2-0.
I think Vatira might have misjudged where he was and how far it was to the backboard, because it looked like he clearly wanted to catch that on the backboard and continue away, but he was just too far back, and now Queso's got a 2-goal deficit to overcome. Very, very early on, though, in Game 4 at Utopia.
Arsenal still continuing to do work. Was looking for another demo there, trying to take Joyo out the play. There's the flip reset. You got to be careful. Queso on that counterattack is dangerous.
Daniel. Nothing there. Vatira's going to have this waterfall down, and Reynolds had to make sure he got there in time. There's a great bump to send Joyo out of the play, but he got a demo on his way out of the zone. So Reynolds can only play that to space. I know Daniel can chase it down, which he's done. Joyo didn't really get rid of this cleanly, but Daniel couldn't punish him for it. Here goes Rise trying to do it again. Follow from Joyo to get him on the board, and that's denied by Arsenal.
Spacestation Gaming, they get back just in the nick of time, and another demo on the play. Queso, an onslaught of shots, but the defense of Spacestation Gaming, impenetrable.
I mean, they're just taking pot shots right now at the Spacestation net, or at the
double
Queso net, trying to catch them a little too far ahead.
Rise, he got the boost!
Right at midfield, nothing doing there, and SSG escapes unscathed again. Vatira denied by Reynolds.
Wait, they're gonna get it!
It's open! Daniel's gonna do it again!
No way! You see the bump in transition? Queso just pushed up too far, and boy, did they get punished for it!
And we just saw Team Queso try to do that exact same thing on the other side. It didn't work. Spacestation Gaming avoided it and then got a demo of their own.
This has not happened to Queso much in this tournament. Vatira denied on the near side, and here goes Daniel again. Again, once he got started in the series against version 1, he was indeed unstoppable. He had a hand in almost every single one of their goals, as Joyo can only dump that to the corner. And Team Queso got to be scratching their heads wondering what has changed against SSG.
Come around with a lot of energy stacks, and again, these demos, this aggressive play, you see Queso trying to do it on the other side of things, but that kind of messes up the rotation a little bit, and you've seen Spacestation get those punches like the last goal we saw. As they go for a demo here, Joyo last back, a very aggressive challenge, and Vatira's going to try to buy time, but look at those boost numbers. They're really low, and maybe SSG find a foothold on offense here.
Team Queso, they don't have the timing that Spacestation do with demos. When Team Queso get a demo, Spacestation already have control. They're going for a dribble out. They're able to stall and waste so much extra time to allow that teammate who got demoed to respawn. It's not the same situation on the side of Team Queso. That goalkeeper taken out as soon as a player from Spacestation is taking a shot.
There has not been a team that has been better in the clutch than Team Queso in this tournament. It is so important as Daniel just put them all on skates.
He's going for a bump.
Only one to beat, and Vatira manages to at least keep Queso alive in this game.
Wait, it's not over yet. Daniel trying to get a good 50, and it is one. Arsenal doesn't want to go for that just yet. Buying time, trying to break down the defense. Queso stuck on their own half. And for them to start the series off with such an incredible tone, getting the 4 goals in game 1, the change here has got to be tough on them.
Rise will fire one off, and the double doesn't come through for Vatira, and now this goes way back into Queso territory, and it may indeed be a case of, all right, let's go next. Reality might be setting in, 30 seconds left, and Joyo couldn't get to the boost pad, but he can still get possession. Trying to run interference. Still up there, but Vatira is way too far back to be a factor. He finally comes in, with very little time left. Rise will score with 15 to go, and at least the window's open just a crack.
It's still possible here for Team Queso. 15 seconds left, a lot to ask for. But it's the same situation that we found Spacestation Gaming in a couple of games ago, where you just want to get one for the road, break that curse, start the momentum, and look towards the next game if something doesn't go well off this kickoff.
Oh, it could go really well. Oh, what a read, though. Arsenal got there so quick. 8 seconds left. Queso's got to go the length of the field, and they will not. They are trapped on the blue half of the field. They just barely get across, but it does not matter. Spacestation Gaming answers back, and they keep going back and forth through 4.
Back and forth, trading blows, all to see which of these two teams can make the grand final. And at this point, no one has an edge. The opening offense that we saw from Spacestation Gaming was phenomenal.
Yeah.
And then to see Queso try to respond towards the end, even then, woke up a little too late. Now things are on an even playing field. We're going to move on to game 5, and man, it's going to be crazy.
And I love the way that this series has unfolded. Queso were looking for a round 1 knockout, couldn't get it, and SSG, they bounced back up. They stood back on their feet, and they're getting more demos. Queso, they wanted to go for that same approach, but like I said earlier, the timing not quite on for when those demos come through. There isn't a shot out of Team Queso. Instead, it's Spacestation Gaming, wasting time, keeping the ball low, going for 50-50s, and then whenever they have solo plays, they've also got another player taking out the goalkeeper.
The atmosphere here at the YouTube Theater all weekend long has been incredible. You could hear the chants for Arsenal going on behind us. And now we go to game 5. I mean, this one has all the makings of an instant classic. Yet another EUNA showdown coming down to the wire. They're level through 4. You know who everybody here in LA wants to come out on top on Wasteland to take a 3-2 series lead and to get within 1 series of facing G2 in the finals.
It's been an aggressive game, and we've seen great goal scored from both sides. This series is equalized. It's Wasteland night. We kick things off. Already pressure on Spacestation's end. But again, that last win probably gives the team so much more confidence that you see them not really too phased even when Queso's in front of them.
And the pressure out of Team Queso isn't necessarily an indicator as to how they're playing, because Spacestation Gaming, they've had to deal with so much of the pressure. And speaking of pressure, here's yet another demo play from SSG.
Queso move up fast. You see Reynolds, Goyo, Toodaloo. Arsenal puts it in, and SSG set the pace.
It's been a balanced effort out of all 3 members of Spacestation Gaming. Remember, yesterday against V1, it was Daniel coming alive. Now everybody's got a hand in their success. First minute belongs to SSG in a critical 5th game. Another thrown in front. Reynolds for Daniel to make it 2-0, and Joyo collects.
Chance there for Daniel to put on a shot. Tries to go for the flip reset. Ball went straight to Vatira. He's taking a challenge now. Ball off that backboard. You see Rise looking for the passes. Queso trying to pass in transition. Can they get past Spacestation on the defensive end? Looks like SSG trying to pull him out and hit him on the counterattack. There's another chance, but the demo doesn't fall through. Now it's scrambled all over the field.
And you'll notice with that same play that Spacestation Gaming keep going for, Team Queso, that 3rd man, he's pushing up farther now to avoid the demo, intercept that dribble earlier on, and try to stop it, but it seems impossible.
There's one cheeky little play right there by Arsenal to set up Reynolds. And Team Queso doesn't know whether to watch out for the bump or the shot. And SSG continues to press their advantage.
The tides are turning, Stacks. SSG in prime position. But wait a second. There's a shot.
Joyo.
Top left. There's Joyo.
Exactly what they needed. A good interception from Vatira, and then a dribble. Maybe this is the key. Keep the ball grounded instead of taking it up every single time for that solo air dribble.
There are few teams equipped to deal with this level of pressure. Team Queso has the entire building against them, and still they answer back. Rise almost set up Joyo for a game-tying goal. Now they could have had a numbers advantage, couldn't turn this around, or down and away, and SSG narrowly missed getting it back.
It's good 50 from Arsenal as Rise off the backboard keeping it to himself, even as a flip reset, doesn't use it. Reynolds now
That's
above 1, maybe above 2, going for the dunk. Won't connect. Space Station Gaming controlling the midfield.
Give that one up, though. They're trying to pull Vatira out. There's a demo on the field, a couple of demos on SSG. Still, things reset. You see Joyo being aggressive. I think there was 2 far forward there, and now Vatira in a tough spot. Has to make the most of this. 50 on the goal line, and Queso trying to break out of this hold that Space Station has on him. Space Station definitely not playing super aggressive. They're giving Queso some proper space. I think they're just waiting for their moment, but they got to be careful.
Dropped in front and nearly a dangerous moment for the Space Station defense. Now Joyo. Well, he had Vatira forward, but he couldn't get any contact. And now Daniel lining up for a double. It's on target. Arsenal follows, and he's denied as well. Rise and Vatira combine on a masterful defensive effort. Other teams probably give up a goal there, but we remain with SSG in front just by 1, and Reynolds starting another trip into Queso territory.
We've hit the 2-minute mark. Queso desperate for that second goal, the equalizer. Joyo being patient, and it's given right away to Arsenal, who puts a shot on net, saved off the crossbar. Queso looking for a pass, but intercepted by SSG.
Joyo, flip reset, gonna be knocked out. Here's Reynolds. Oh, see you later. Vatira has this ball, trying to get that double out, but Arsenal is on the back wall. Space Station Gaming trying to hold on to a 1-goal lead, but Queso looking for another bump in.
Oh my
goodness. This is a breakaway. Vatira is back in time, but Adam Boost will pick up the corner, but giving away possession. Reynolds, can he get this dunk? Does get the dunk, but no follow-up. Arsenal will play it off the corner, has Daniel in midfield with 100 boost, but can he get this ball in front of the goal line? Clear it out for Rise. Will try to slow down Space Station on the drive, but with a minute left, Queso got to get on the offensive end. It's not looking good for them. SSG's been set.
This is where Queso has shined in this tournament, though, and we saw it just a moment ago. Vatira got through. Rise, he's going headhunting. Vatira couldn't get anybody, and Arsenal makes the first save. Can he make the second? Oh, Daniel to the rescue! It was almost all the way across.
The recovery from the young prodigy, but he still got pressure to deal with Rise off the crossbar. It doesn't go in, and Space Station Gaming hold on down the other end.
How did that not go in? The goalpost saving Space Station Gaming as we dip inside 20 seconds.
Final few seconds ticking down. Reynolds gets a bump, but Queso looking to go the other way. Joyo gets it to mid. Rise is there. Drop to Vatira. Vatira, can he get the double? No, he won't be able to. Queso needs to move downfield, but they won't be able to unless she's blocking them in every second direction.
That's it.
And SSG put this series on match point.
1 win away from another date with the G2 Army. Unbelievable. They have outclutched Team Queso, and they're the only team in the tournament, for my money, that's done that, guys.
My mind can't stop replaying that moment from Daniel getting the correction in the net to find the save, and then it goes off the crossbar right here. Look at this slow motion Daniel recovering in the net, and we just saw that play. There was a double commit from Space Station Gaming. Somehow, some way, Daniel made the correction, got back in the net, and found the pre-jump save. That was a highlight moment.
Yeah, gosh, wow. Yeah, timeout taken by Team Queso, of course, as we just saw on our Mobile One high performance replay. Look, dropping the sign was not very high performance, but what was high performance was the incredible defense. We saw it in slow motion there out of Daniel. That sequence, it looked like Team Queso was destined to score. This game was obviously going to go to overtime, and then the Rocket League gods intervened.
You got to wonder what Team Queso's thinking at this point, right? It almost had a drive that would have tied the game up. Things kind of fall apart towards the end, and then of course you hear this crowd at the YouTube theater. They're getting electric in front of you. You're in a match point situation. Your tournament life is on the line. You have to perform here. That's a lot of pressure.
Absolutely, and for these players, these extra 2 minutes to calm down, collect yourself, compose yourself, so important moving forward. All the energy, all the hype has been given to Space Station Gaming. They've got the crowd, they've got the energy, they've got the momentum from the series. This overtime, or not overtime, this timeout it's the only thing they've got right now to try and put some water on that flame.
It's the question that Team Queso needs to answer now. They've been so brilliant all winter long, all month long, all week long, coming up to this moment right here. Nobody has been better with their back against the wall than Team Queso. And we go to Neo Tokyo with their tournament life on the line. Can they answer back? Can they stop this inexorable tide of momentum that is firmly in the favor of Spacestation Gaming? And can they at least get to Champions Field?
Oh man, the heroes from Europe, the villains of North America, Team Queso, their backs against the wall. They need to make a stand here in game number 6.
This is what stories are made of! Look at that man, Daniel! Right off the kickoff, he comes alive!
Daniel answers in 5 seconds. Timeout, so what? They took that long to get scored on in 5 seconds.
And that's just a slap in the face. You took a timeout. You want to calm down Spacestation Gaming, but instead it's Daniel to pop off.
Queso under immense pressure again, but Joyo got through. Rise will score with Joyo the lead blocker, and you couldn't ask for a better answer from TQ.
Europe's last hope isn't done yet. You see the bump on the play, and the shot in the top right corner. Team Queso strike back quickly.
Spacestation Gaming, all the momentum, all the hype was there, and then immediately shot back down. Team Queso getting physical, and that wasn't connecting in the previous game. When they went for demos, it wasn't working out. Maybe they found the rhythm, found the timing, discovered who needs to go for the demos, and this could be huge and a big shift for Queso.
Good for Daniel. Another 50 comes out. Arsenal looking for that follow-up touch, won't be able to find it. And as things settle down, you can almost feel the tension in the air. Who's gonna make that statement play? You know it's coming.
You know, as confident as Spacestation's fans are, I think we're all kind of waiting for that one moment. Rise has had his signature moment in every single series we've seen him play this week.
Joyo.
Where will it come now when they need it most?
Those mechanics, we know what they're capable of. We saw a double flip reset in game number 1. What else do they have in store? There's a midfield pass from Spacestation Gaming. Joyo now down the other way. Arsenal tries to get the read. He doesn't connect. And that interception doesn't work out for SSG.
SSG trying to send the house, but Queso strike back. The pass to Vatira. Arsenal just barely misses the read out, and boy, does he get punished for it. Queso in the driver's seat.
It feels like it's been forever since Queso has had a lead in this series with how much momentum SSG has had. And then on the kickoff, this shot is high. Follow is on and saved by Rise.
Saving the flip, Rise, the savior of Team Queso, off the crossbar and out. And this game might cool down a bit, but only for a few seconds. You never know what's going to happen whenever these two teams, the powerhouse of mechanics, is on both sides.
Oh, they call Spacestation. Oh, boosted Joyo! Will put it in, just forcing his way past Spacestation.
When this is going through, all of a sudden you have to wonder, can you actually put them away? A huge win by Joyo, his 3rd goal of the series to go with 7 assists.
50-50 looks so weird at first in the corner. I'm not even sure that's
put in.
And what is going on? Everything is breaking apart on the defensive sides.
We've got a shootout on Neo Tokyo.
What?
Reynolds, top left corner. What a shot.
Wow. Well, there's 2 goals that you wouldn't have expected to go through, especially against these 2 teams, as great as they've been. Sometimes, though, you gotta win the ugly games to survive and advance. Arsenal pops one up, but Joyo's got control. Only Reynolds to beat way at the back. Rise demolished just as the pass went away. So Vatira's called into action. Daniel waiting in the net for him, and he just took his time. That's a great job by Vatira. I think if he takes that shot, it's an easy save.
Yeah, and in that same moment, he's also buying Queso some time to grab some boost. They're looking to make a play here on the offense, but you see that whiff coming out there from Rise.
Now
Daniel,
he can go the whole way. Daniel.
He's going to get the bump. He tried to take out Vatira. They sent the house. Reynolds last back, a little awkward, but is going to still buy some time for Spacestation.
And look at how aggressive that defensive formation is from Spacestation Gaming. All three of them in the half of Team Queso, pushed up even into the corners. They're taking the boost, being aggressive. Maybe that's why we saw Arsenal get caught off guard. So far, it worked for 2 goals, but still trailing by 1 as they need to equalize.
Vatira got the shot away, and Reynolds scrambles back. That was a hairy situation that SSG made the most of. Joyo, center for Rise to do it again, and that time is shut out by Reynolds. But the whole defense just packed in like sardines in front of the SSG net. Vatira, it's a fake, and Vatira scores!
The fake comes through, and now Queso, they got a lot of control with this. Look at the follow-up. You're thinking Vatira's gonna make the touch. No one makes any contact because that ball's on target. Queso trying to force that game 7. SSG have 2 minutes to put some numbers on the board.
And you don't blame them for respecting the shot. You've got Team Queso with the mechanics. How do you not assume a banger's gonna come out? Vatira off the ceiling. Defense looking strong as fakes all around the pitch working out in favor of Team Queso, and a double tap, adding insult to injury. Queso up by 3.
Rise adds to his impressive tally, and this is the first time all tournament long anybody has put up more than 4 goals against Space Station. It would seem insurmountable at this point, but there's a minute 36, and there's still young Daniel in the middle as Arsenal throws this downfield, and Rise didn't get that cleanly, but Joyo did.
Minute and 30 seconds left. Game 7 looming in the background. 3 goals necessary for Space Station just to equalize it. You think that would be the 3rd one, but it's saved by Team Queso.
They're starting to figure things out now. And SSG, even when they get the shot through, someone's there to save it. Both teams not afraid to really double commit when they figure out one of their players is out of boost. Here's Daniel, can he make it happen? Won't be able to. A minute remaining here, SSG still down by 3.
Final minute, Daniel needs some heroics, and that ball swept away. Rise also took out Reynolds, that helped a ton. As Arsenal goes underneath Rise, Joyo will have this to the corner, and more time ticking away as SSG starting to think, all right, maybe we have to go 7 to put away TQ.
But they're not letting up. Aggression still there, connecting for Space Station Gaming. A barrage of shots coming through. Nothing has connected, but it still looks promising for young Daniel, now going for the flip reset fake. Arsenal looking for a bump. 15 seconds left, a 3-goal lead for Team Queso. Certainly it's gotta be impossible for Space Station.
Final countdown of game 6. Team Queso down on the mat, but they've answered the bell.
Here we go.
And they live to fight another game. They're going to Champions Field to decide who goes to the grand finals.
Here we go. Will we have it any other way? Number 1 seed in Europe, Team Queso, still alive as Space Station Gaming couldn't close them out in game 6. And my, oh my, they put on a ton of goals at the same time.
Yeah.
But we have some interesting information. SSG taking a tactical timeout.
Of course, why? Hey,
I don't know.
You can't take it with you, so you might as well call it.
I don't know. I'm kind of surprised. It looked great at the end for Space Station Gaming. They weren't executing perfectly, but the rotations were all there. There weren't any clear mistakes. Maybe trying to cool off Team Queso as we go into Game 7, but a lot of players out here, they just want to get right back into it.
You know, that's a really good point, too, because that's a lot of time for this crowd to go nuts and get things rolling here inside the YouTube theater. You can see there are a few Queso supporters, but this is very much a one-sided crowd, and SSG may be relying on that same crowd. Papa Reynolds over there starting to get them going in the middle as we get ready for Game 7.
You're gonna start to feel the energy. This is what it's all about. 2 teams trying to make it to the grand final. Queso representing Europe and looking for the All-NA final. Space Station Gaming, they both want a shot at G2.
We have never had an NA versus NA final at an RLCS LAN. And we are 5 minutes away from finding out whether or not we will break that trend. Now it is time to go to Champions Field. Now it is time for Game 7 in our lower bracket finals.
all the work put into this game to get to this point throughout the split, throughout the winter split. Countless regional events, so much work, so much practice, scrims, just to get to this point, to have a chance at fighting G2 in the grand finals.
It all comes down to 5 minutes. One more game to decide who gets a shot at G2 to take home the Winter Major.
Yeah.
The energy inside the YouTube theater is incredible. Champions Field, Game 7, brought to you by Lamborghini, is about to be underway.
There's that countdown. 5 minutes on the clock. We'll see who comes out on top of this.
Here are the records for these teams. Queso, 13-2 in this split. In deciding games, they are 6-0 in Game 7, and they've won their last 8 deciders.
That's already a better start for Team Queso. Remember the last game, Daniel, in 5 seconds, able to punish. Not the case in Game 7. Will the defenses be pushed back a bit more? Who's going to take the risk, push up, extend for demos? Spacestation Gaming, love to be aggressive, but so do Team Queso in this series.
Arsenal took that corner boost, finally goes up to challenge in the midfield. There it is, getting aggressive. Arsenal won't be able to beat out Rise. SSG on a decent start offensively, but both teams got to be under a lot of pressure. So much on the line here this game. Good clear for Reynolds. SSG trying to move up forward with this.
We know both teams have the ice. They've never dropped a Game 7 in this split. As Daniel throws one across, looking for Arsenal.
Commit.
That's a double commit, but Rise still comes away with it, and all SSG can do is slow down Queso, trying to delay the inevitable, and they got lucky as that's off the crossbar and away.
Daniel got a piece of that ball, keeping things still tied up for now, but Queso
back in the middle.
Vatira scores for Queso, first goal.
What a way to start things out. Resilient gameplay out of Queso, not stopping. 1 shot, 2 shots, and a 3rd shot going in finally for Queso. And things are gonna calm down now. Back to the kickoff. Spacestation Gaming have to answer.
EU's last hope, now a new hope. As Joyo stuffed that on the corner. Vatira, one more touch needed, got it down in front. Rise will do it again!
Team Queso coming alive! Vatira sees Arsenal, gets the dunk, Rise in the perfect spot to play it past their defense. Huge start here for Queso.
And we saw what Daniel could do on the goal line before, getting pre-jump save after pre-jump save. It's not working out now. Queso, a barrage of shots coming through, connecting, and now they still look to find something else on offense. Maybe a midfield pass comes through after this 50-50 from Joyo.
It's been a far different story for Team Queso in this winter split than it was in the fall. But no team has played more deciding games in the world than Team Queso. They have been incredible, as we've mentioned, throughout this winter. Looking to continue it now, thrown in front, and nobody there. Vatira wisely backs off, looking for boost. He'll finally find some. He'll be called into action on the near side. There's a demo behind the play. As Arsenal no longer a factor, he'll respawn in and have to get right to work.
And that's a recent addition to Team Queso's game plan. Taking out that 3rd man as you're rotating back through, alleviating some pressure. Flip reset from Daniel, but he's all alone on offense. Maybe something out of Space Station.
Uh-oh. Anyone play that ball? You see Reynolds going in for the 50. Still could be a chance here for SSG. But Rise on that sidewall, knocks it away. Daniel fails to make contact, and Queso still looking to move upfield unless did Arsenal catch him out, trying to get it past everyone. The ball bounces off the backboard. Reynolds is up to meet it, but there's no one there to follow for Space Station, and the clock continues to tick.
Vatira with Joyo to his left, and that's a great win.
Pass.
So that's dished to the corner. The opportunities have been there for Space Station, but they've been few and far between as Team Queso has just smothered them. Arsenal,
my goodness,
could not bounce one through. A lot of chaos in front, and still the Queso defense manages.
And it's all thanks to Vatira, the safety net for Team Queso. The defense out of all 3 players, hard as iron. This is incredible stuff.
from all of them. Queso now off the backboard, but Tira's got to make something work.
Queso's put up a wall on their goal line, and they don't plan on letting Space Station through. A minute 20 left. SSG needs some magic, or if another goal is scored from Queso, it could be the end of things.
But Tira trying to dive bomb onto this. 9 out of the 15 times Queso's gone to a deciding game, they've dropped 3 or more goals, trying to reach that point again as they break out of the zone. Vatira has Joyo to the right and just couldn't get the ball to him, so now Rise takes over. 85 in the tank,
Rise.
70, 54, backboard, and Joyo couldn't get to it.
50 seconds left.
This is it.
SSG need this drive.
It's
They're
all
going
on the
for bumps.
line.
Is it gonna win?
That's it.
It is! Daniel scores! SSG are within 1!
It's what they needed. The final minute. We're within 1. Space Station Gaming. It's all there. They just need to execute one more time to equalize.
The ice on the stage is unbelievable, and now Daniel wants
stopping.
more.
They're not stopping.
And Vatira read the play. Arsenal couldn't get the second touch, and that's dished behind Reynolds. Now Joyo with 30 to go, trying to add one more.
The demo.
Rise demolished.
He's going upfield.
Another demo,
He's
another
hunted.
one.
He's hunted.
He got it. Incredible!
It's not in! And now it goes the other way! Final 15 seconds! Queso trying to transition, but here's Space Station on the ball. Daniel now into the corner.
10
Can they
seconds.
make something happen? Reynolds takes out Joyo. Ball going into the midfield.
Space Station
Where's
Gaming.
anybody? Reynolds all the way. Is this gonna go fall down? It will! It will! Team Queso to the grand finals!
Queso avanza en la gran final. Team Queso gets a date with G2.
Representing Europe, Queso do the unthinkable. They dodge every demo. They save every shot. And they make it now to the grand finals.